ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In this video, let us examine what is the greatest fear in life. See, beyond the fear of unknown, fear of death, fear of loss, fear of failure, and fear of rejection lies another fear, the greatest fear. See, once Mike Tyson said, "I am scared every time I go into the ring, but it is how you handle it." What you have to do is plant your feet, bite down on your mouthpiece and say, "Let us go." To think about it, that is what it boils down to. Let us go. Action is the most potent antidote to fear. Now, let us examine in detail as observed by a master. See, most people spend their entire lives in fear. Many are plagued with the fear of loss, rejection, failure, and some also have the fear of getting old. But this is not what I am talking about, the master said. I have observed there is a fear that easily dwarfs, means making little, all these put together. And no, I don't think the fear of death is the greatest fear, master said. It may be the most inevitable, but we don't live our lives constantly worrying about death, do we? Sooner or later, everyone accepts it. In fact, I once read an interview by a doctor who worked in a hospital. No, it is a hospice. I mean, where terminally ill patients are taken care of. I mean, terminally ill patients are taken care of. He said, the doctor said, what amazed him the most was that in his career spanning 40 years, he never saw fear or struggle in the eyes of a terminally ill patient. They lived in acceptance, and their faces showcased the peace and glow of a sleeping child, especially in their final moments. The doctor said. So the master continued, the base fear I am alluding to is not instinctive, it is not innate, we are not born with it. It is something we learn subtly, steadily, and slowly in life. It is so powerful that over a period of time it becomes a part of our nature. If life was a language and each type of fear was a letter, the one I am referring to would be the alphabet. It contains all other fears. What is it? It is the fear of happiness. Yes, that is our primary fear. From the moment you are born, you are weighed on a scale of comparison. Teachers, parents, preachers, relatives, peers, friends, society, sometimes with all the good intentions, constantly remind you of your shortcomings. We are eternally analyzing ourselves not against our own progress but against the capabilities of others. He dances better than I do. she is more intelligent, he is stronger, she is prettier, he is richer, and so on and so forth. This comparison is rarely inspiring and mostly demeaning. It makes you feel that you belong to the lowest rung of the ladder. We live in a world where not effort but attainment is rewarded. If you score a second place and miss the first by the tiniest possible fraction, it is not good enough. You are unlikely to be congratulated for your individual performance. Instead, you are consoled that at least you got the second place. This comparison makes you feel that you are not quite there yet, that your effort was not good enough. This has an incriminating effect on our well-being. With the passage of time, this feeling, I am not good enough, prepares a perennial battleground of two opposing forces. One is fear and the other is self-affirmation. On the one hand, we try to console ourselves by way of self-affirmation. We tell ourselves that I can't be that bad, at least I got the second place, and I deserve some happiness too. It makes us touchy and it makes us edgy. We become averse to even constructive criticism and put up a wall of defense to protect ourselves, effectively shutting out many good things in the process. On the other hand, the fear of happiness makes us feel that we cannot possibly attain the success we used to dream of. We cannot be worthy of such pleasures and joy, of so much love and care. When good things do happen, we think it is luck or plain fluke, that we could not possibly deserve this goodness. This is the fear of happiness. This fear stops most people from chasing their dreams. It is the obstacle in realizing their full potential, because after being put down for so long, they begin to believe that they are not the candidates for happiness. My dear, do not let this happen to you, said the master. It is normal to have disagreements. It is fine to even have arguments sometimes, but it is not okay to be dismissed. If you want to rise above the fear of happiness, you may have to live your life to the fullest and don't allow anyone to belittle you. And if they do, they should not be a part of your life. Distance yourself, find a way. The fear of happiness comes from not believing in yourself. It comes from taking yourself for granted. See, if you allow others to treat you like a dump, to take you for granted, then let me tell you, they will do just that, said the master. Observe the successful and happy people around you, and you will discover a common trait. They treat themselves with respect. They are not afraid of being happy, and you won't be either if you learn to love yourself. Very few people enjoy happiness. Most are afraid of losing it, and in that fear they almost lose it. You see, a priest, for example, was waiting in line at a gas station, a petrol pump, just before a long weekend. The attendants were trying their best, but there were just too many cars. Finally, the priest's turn has come. Revered, said the attendant, I am sorry about the wait. It seems as if everyone waits until the last minute to get ready for a long trip. Tell me about it, the priest quipped. It is the same in my business also. So, my dear, what are you waiting for? Life will go on, time will continue to tick. If you don't put aside your fear of happiness now, you may never muster the courage to do it later. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. If you let the enemy walk over you, they will do it." Fear instills a feeling of contempt and hatred. What is worse, fear makes you either obsessively self conscious or obnoxiously self critical. Either way, it makes you feel inadequate. You deserve every ounce of happiness life has to offer. You ask why? The fact that you are breathing and living means the nature wants you, the universe wants you, divinity loves you. Everyone makes mistakes, everyone screws up at some point, but it does not mean you are a disaster. Don't let anyone drill fear in you by making you feel any less. To quote Jesus Christ, "Let him who is without a sin cast the first stone." Do not be afraid of your immense potential and your happiness. Go and claim it, my dear. Bite down on your mouthpiece and say, "Let us go," concluded the master. So, this is all about the greatest fear in our lives. Thank you all.